Now let me discuss the next group of drugs used in the treatment of Parkinsonism. They are dopamine agonists. So if you see this dopamine agonists, remember these drugs, they directly activate the D2 receptors. Right? These drugs, they directly activate the D2 receptors. Right? They directly activate the D2 receptors. And these drugs, because they directly activate the D2 receptors, these drugs, they are used as monotherapy. Right? These drugs, they are used as monotherapy in patients with the Parkinsonism. Now, what are those group of drugs which are used as the dopamine agonists? So we have what is called as the ergot derived dopamine agonists. So ergot derived dopamine agonists, if you see here, the drugs are mainly bromocriptine and as well as pergolide. Bromocriptine and as well as pergolide. So these are the drugs which are acting as the dopamine agonists. And an important point is that these drugs, both of these drugs, you take the bromocriptine and as well as pergolide, these are short acting drugs. Right? These are the short acting drugs. So these drugs, that is bromocriptine and as well as pergolide, these are short acting drugs, and the important property of these drugs is these can cause even the digital vasospasm. Right? So remember this point, these drugs can cause digital vasospasm, and because of the digital vasospasm, even that leads to development of gangrene. Right? That leads to development of gangrene. And another important problem with this particular group of drugs with bromocriptine and pergolide is they can also cause what is called as erythromelalgia. Right? Erythromelalgia. Erythromelalgia, it is one of the rare conditions. It most commonly affects the legs rather than the upper limbs. Most commonly it is seen in the lower limbs, that is over the feet, and even the palms are also affected. What exactly happens in this erythromelalgia is there will be burning sensation within the feet, and not only the burning sensation within the feet, the entire palm or the feet, it turns red in color. That is what is called as erythromelalgia, which is caused by this bromocriptine and as well as pergolide. Now these drugs, that is bromocriptine and pergolide, they can also result in pleural, peritoneal and as well as the cardiac fibrosis. Right? They will also cause pleural, peritoneal and as well as the cardiac fibrosis. Right? And this particular ergot derived alkaloids, that is bromocriptine and pergolide, they require a slow upward titration of the dose. Right? They require slow upward titration of the dose. Right? And whenever you are using this pergolide for long term use of pergolide, it is associated with cardiac valvular defects. Right? Only with this pergolide, it is associated with the cardiac valvular defects when this pergolide it is used for long term. Okay. Now, so the bromocriptine and pergolide, which are the ergot derived dopamine agonists, they are associated with various adverse effects. Right? They will cause digital vasospasm that can lead to even gangrene. They will cause erythromelalgia. They will cause pleural, peritoneal and cardiac fibrosis. And the pergolide, whenever it is given in long term, it will cause the cardiac valvular defects. So in order to avoid these particular adverse effects associated with the bromocriptine and pergolide, we have a newer non-ergot, right, newer non-ergot dopamine agonists. Right, newer non-ergot dopamine agonists. So they include Pramipexole and as well as Ropinirole. Right, they include Pramipexole and as well as the Ropinirole. Right, so these drugs, they don't have these particular limitations. Right, these drugs, they don't have these limitations. And not only that, if you take Bromocriptine and Pargolide, they are short acting drugs. Right, so whereas if you take the Pramipexole and as well as Ropinirole, these are long acting. Right, and these drugs do not cause gangrene. Right, the other important point is these drugs do not cause gangrene. So the advantage of these newer non-ergot dopamine agonists over the ergot derived dopamine agonists is they are long acting and these drugs do not cause gangrene. But you take all these four drugs, you take Bromocriptine, you take Pargolide, you take Pramipexole, you take Ropinirole. All these four drugs, they will cause hallucination. Right, all these four drugs, they will cause what is called as hallucinations. Right, and remember, in developed countries, now Ropinirole or Pramipexole, these are the first choice drugs for Parkinsonism and they are almost preferred over levodopa. Right, so these are the first choice drugs. And they are preferred over levodopa. And an important point about the Ropinirole. Ropinirole, as such, it is used in the treatment of the Parkinsonism. Ropinirole is also been approved for a syndrome which is called as restless leg syndrome. Right? Ropinirole is also useful for the restless leg syndrome. And you take between these two drugs, that is Pramipexole and as well as Ropinirole. Remember, this Pramipexole, it is excreted mainly by the kidney. Right, it is excreted mainly by the kidney. Whereas you take this Ropinirole, this is metabolized by the liver. Right, this is metabolized by the liver. Alright, even though rare but important adverse effects of these drugs, Ropinirole and the Pramipexole, these drugs, they are associated with excessive daytime sleepiness. Right, they cause excessive daytime sleepiness. Now recently this particular dopamine agonist, that is Pramipexole and as well as Ropinirole, they have also been associated with impulse controlling disorders. Right, so these drugs, they are also used in the treatment of impulse controlling disorders. And this impulse controlling disorders, what are those impulse controlling disorders? Like pathological gambling, right? Pathological gambling, and as well as even in hypersexuality, right? Even in hypersexuality, these drugs, they have been proved to have role in the treatment of this impulse controlling disorders. All right. Now, apart from these drugs, that is Bromocriptine, Pargolide, Pramipexole and Ropinirole, we have another drug which is called as rotigotine. So the rotigotine, this is also a dopamine agonist. Right, rotigotine, this is also a dopamine agonist, and this can be administered through the transdermal patch. Right, this is administered through a transdermal patch, but this was discontinued. Why this was discontinued? Due to the crystal formation on the patches. Right, due to the formation of the crystals over this patch, this particular rotigotine was discontinued. Next, we have another drug which is called as apomorphine. Right, another drug which is called apomorphine. So remember, this particular apomorphine, this can be given subcutaneously for temporary relief of off periods. Right, this is given subcutaneously for temporary relief of the off periods of on and off phenomenon. Right, however, this particular apomorphine, it can cause a severe nausea. The problem with the apomorphine is nausea. Alright, so these are your dopamine agonists. So let me shortly summarize. The dopamine agonists, they directly stimulate the dopamine receptors, that is D2 receptors, and that is the reason why they are used as monotherapy. And the drugs, if you see, we have ergot derived dopamine agonists, that is bromocriptine and as well as pargolide. These drugs, they are short acting drugs, and they cause digital vasospasm that will lead to gangrene of the limbs, and they will also cause erythromelalgia. And these drugs, they are associated with the pleural peritoneal and as well as the cardiac fibrosis. And whenever you are using these drugs, you need to do a very slow upward titration of these drugs. And this pargolide, whenever you use this drug for long term, this can cause the cardiac valvular defects. Right, now there are many limitations with this bromocriptine and pargolide. So to overcome these limitations, we have the newer non-ergot dopamine agonist, that is Pramipexole and as well as Ropinirole. So this Pramipexole and Ropinirole, these are long acting drugs, and these drugs do not cause the gangrene. Right, these drugs do not cause gangrene, and these drugs nowadays in the developed countries, they are considered as the first choice drugs in the treatment of Parkinsonism. But overall, you take all the four drugs, that is Pramipexole, Ropinirole, bromocriptine and pargolide, all these drugs, they are associated with the hallucination. And even though rare, but very important adverse effect with the Pramipexole and Ropinirole is they are associated with increased daytime sleepiness. Now, you take this Ropinirole, it is not only used in the treatment of Parkinsonism, even it is used in the treatment of restless leg syndromes. And you take Pramipexole, it is excreted via kidney, whereas Ropinirole, it is metabolized by the liver. And these drugs, the dopamine agonists, recently they are used in controlling the impulse controlling diseases like gambling and as well as the hypersexuality. And we have another dopamine agonist, that is rotigotine, which is used in the form of a transdermal patch, but it is not used nowadays because of the formation of the crystals over the patch. We have other drug which is called as apomorphine. This apomorphine, this is given subcutaneously, and this is used for temporary relief of the off periods. However, this particular apomorphine, it will cause very severe nausea.